Make sure you're sitting down, you're buckled in tight, you're not operating heavy machinery, and you don't have to go to work too early tomorrow. It's story time with Alex Vanover.
Shush! Hush, please!
I used to live with my friend Anthony during the summers, or he'd live with me actually, because he would work for BLM, and during the summertime he'd be relocated down, to Coos Bay from Eugene. So, every summer that he needed a place to stay, he'd call me up and ask me if he could stay with me, and I thought it was great because I saved on rent and I had my buddy with me. So, being in your early 20s, that was just the perfect time to be with your friend, living on a day-to-day basis, because it was just a great time. I mean, I remember a lot of nights where we would get off work at 5 o'clock, go to the gym, get done at the gym at 6 or 7 o'clock, then we'd go out, go to bed at, midnight or whatever, get up and do it again, and we do that 5 days a week, so that was pretty typical. There one day stands out to me in particular, though. One day, I think it was a Friday, because, the weekend was coming up, and Anthony rolled up in his Subaru Legacy, or it might have, no, it was definitely a Subaru Legacy. His Audi had been totaled a while back, but he shows up and he has a half a gallon of Jaeger, and he's smiling, he's acting ridiculous, and he comes running up to me, but he didn't look where he was, running, and caught his foot on the curb and fell and broke this half gallon of Jaeger all over the ground. And he just gets up, kind of looks at what happened, looks at me, smiles and laughs, and he's like, well, they have more of that at the liquor store. So he hops back in the car and drives right back to the liquor store and gets another half gallon. So that was probably $100. Anyway, he comes back and we start, doing Jaeger bombs and doing whatever we're doing and pre-gaming. We decide we're going to go to a bar later that night and meet some friends. And Anthony was kind of a ladies' man, and he was currently hanging out with a girl who had just broken up with a guy probably like 2 days before that. So we end up going to the bar, and who's there but the ex-boyfriend. So Anthony and I and a couple other guys are playing shuffleboard in the back of the bar, and the guy is just staring at us, and he looks like Ted Bundy. He's just glaring at us and watching us and observing. And about halfway through our second game of shuffleboard, the guy says out of nowhere, Anthony, I'm gonna follow you home, I'm gonna find out where you live, and I'm gonna kick your ass. And then Anthony, without hesitation, looks right back at the guy and says, you don't have to follow me home, dude. Ask your girlfriend. She knows where I live.